Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are fine. Students, today we are going to take a start with the unit number 3, the human transport system. Now what does this mean, the human transport system? We all heard this term, the transport system. For example, when we want to move from one destination to another destination, we use some transport in shapes of car, bus, wagon, auto, bike, cycle. So these are our channels of transport to move from one destination to another destination. Now in the human transport system, there are some materials like what our body need. Our body need the food, oxygen, water, heat, and other minerals properly. That should be provided to the body in right time. So all is done with the human transport system. If your body is to keep working properly, food, oxygen, water and heat have to be then carried from one place to another. Because all our body need these things. Carbon dioxide and other waste material have to be carried away out of the body. And what carries all these things around the body? That is our blood. It flows through the blood vessels that you can see under the skin as well, that carrying the different things like again food, oxygen, water, heat and other minerals that are essential for the body to work properly. Now if you talk about the blood, the first term that comes into our mind is heart. The heart's job is to pump the blood through the various blood vessels, and then these blood vessels, they have a network around the whole body and they reach it to every part of the body. Now if we are saying that our blood carries all these things through the various blood vessels, so the blood and the tubes that we are also calling the vessels that carry it are actually the transport system of the body. So here is the pulse. You can feel the blood flowing through your body if you find your pulse. The picture on this page is actually shows where to find the pulse in your wrist. Here is a description of how you can find the pulse in your wrist. The regular beating of your pulse is caused by blood spurting through an artery. If you are feeling someone else's pulse, don't use your thumb, as that has a pulse of its own. So there are other pulses in your body besides the one on your wrist. Of course, there is a network of the vessels that are spread all around your body. So if you place your hand over your heart, you can feel a regular beat. As you know that the heart has a beat that goes thump, thump. It's the sound that is made by the heart. So when you will place your hand over your heart, you will feel that pumping of a blood. And that is called the beating. This is not caused by blood passing through a blood vessels, but by the pumping action of the heart. So here, as you can see, it's your wrist, and this is your thumb, first finger. As you can see this vertical line going from the finger to the wrist, this is your palm of the hand, and actually it's the position of your pulse. Do this activity at home and find the pulse on your hand as well. Here you will find in the straight direction, you'll have to keep your hand straight like this, and then you will find the vessel going straight away from this finger to this position, you will feel the blood vessel and the running of the blood here. Now, there is a heart. When we will talk about the blood, definitely the blood that is responsible for the heart. Blood has to move round the body continuously. When the heart will stop pumping, a person will die. Why? It's because oxygen has to be taken from the lungs to the cells. All we know that we take oxygen from the plants and in return we give them carbon dioxide. So the oxygen that we take from the plants contains the blood cells and they have to be spreaded all around our body. So this oxygen has to be taken from the lungs to all the cells and blood has to move round the blood continuously because dissolved foods have to be taken from the liver to the cells and heat generated by the liver has to be transported to the cells. As we know that oxygen, food, heat, so they all are the necessary components for the proper functioning of our body. So they have to be generated properly at a time. Carbon dioxide and other waste chemicals have to be removed from the cells because if they will remain inside the body, they will cause the inflammations and other cause the damage to the tissues and organs of the body. Here you can see picture of a heart. The heart cut downwards through the center and viewed from the front. So this is the front view of the heart. As you can see, this heart is divided from this muscle from the center. Now we will see the parts. A heart to work properly need to be pumped. A pump is needed to circulate the blood round the body. This is the job of the heart. The heart is a muscular pump. As you know that the heart is made up of muscles that are called the cardiac muscles. So the muscles of heart are known as cardiac muscles. And to work properly, heart has to be pumped properly. Now the heart is divided into 4 chambers, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. As you can see in this picture, the 4 chambers they are talking about are these 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. The top 2 chambers are smaller. As you can see, the area of this upper chamber is like this and the lower chamber is bigger one. So the upper 2 chambers are smaller than the bottom ones. And these upper chambers are called atria. Now this is the right atrium and this is the left atrium. The 2 bottom chambers are called the ventricles. This is the right ventricle and this is the left ventricle. Here the clue is given that A means artery and V means vein. Now these, as I told you, that these atria are separated by a muscular wall and also these 2 ventricles are separated by a muscular wall. But these atria and ventricles are connected to each other like this horizontally with a valves, as you can see here. Remember that artery is a blood vessel that carry blood away from the heart. Like for example, if this is the blood in the heart, so artery is carrying blood away from the heart to the lungs. And vein are the blood vessels that carry blood to the heart. This is the blood that is the veins are carrying from the lungs to the heart. So arteries carry blood away from the heart, and veins are the blood vessels that carry blood to the heart. So this is the basic information of all the heart, its main job and its structure. Now come to the science workbook, page number 11, chapter number 3, the human transport system. It's your worksheet inside the human heart. The materials that you are needed is pen, pencil, colored pencils, crayons, or felt tipped pens. The diagram below shows the human heart with the front cut away to show the inside. Color the diagram and label the parts. All you have to do is the materials that you are needed. You have to label this diagram and its parts and color it. It's your worksheet and you can Google it. You can get help from your book, page number 19, to see what color you should have done with it. So after doing coloring, you have to label the parts of this diagram as well.